All right, y'all. I know what a lot of y'all came to listen to this pod for. I teased it a little bit yesterday. With that being said, quick hit. Let me tell you guys a story. On Friday, Good Friday, blessed Good Friday, I took a nap. I want to say I woke up at around 7:05 and was like, oh, they supposed to be announcing who was calling Randy Orton on SmackDown. I wonder who that could be. Cause even though we don't need it, I wonder who could be filling Randall Keith Orton's head up. So when I wake up, grab my iPad, put it on SmackDown, I'm so out of it that I'm like, yo, who is this white dude jumping on Cody Rhodes? Cody Rhodes is getting jumped by Randy Orton and somebody. I was that tired, Camp. I couldn't figure it out. And then I see them walking off, and I was like, that ain't who I think it is. I go on social media, and the internet wrestling community is like, huh? This who we waited for? You mean to tell me that Pat McAfee was the guy calling Randy Orton?
Yeah, man.
Pat? Oh, we need some context here.
Yeah.
We need some context here. But apparently, the context is that Pat McAfee feels that Cody Rhodes is the reason why ratings are down. Pat McAfee feels that Cody Rhodes is bringing down the company. And ratings would be better if Cody Rhodes is not the world champion. And because of that, we need to get the belt off him. In fact, if he wins, you won't even see me on WWE television. We need to get things back to the Attitude Era. And that's why I'm here, to save wrestling. Now, let me say this, y'all. Last WrestleMania, there was a certain guy that wanted to ruin wrestling. But that was a wrestler, or a superstar, if you will. So you mean to tell me that the former punter for the Indianapolis Colts,
Boomstick,
turned broadcaster, turned commentary on WWE television, is the person that wants to save wrestling? I have never seen the WWE internet wrestling community, just the wrestling community in general, all in alignment, dish this ass. Can't.
You know, I have a few things to say.
Yeah, go on, do your thing.
The first thing I want to say is, whenever Pat McAfee is calling Randy Orton, when Pat McAfee is the guy that grew up watching Randy Orton, we already off. We already off the rails to people like me, who was watching before both of them showed up. We off the rails.
We all around the same age.
You know what I'm saying?
Age is Randy.
Yeah, literally. We all could have went to high school together. All of us. So that was number one for me. Number two, he labeled himself an Attitude Era fan while heralding somebody from the Ruthless Aggression Era. That, again, we nitpicking, I guess. I don't.
What the hell we ain't?
There was that. And then I got this. Pat McAfee's promo, in a vacuum, I like it. I love the promo. if he's being booked in the match with Carmelo Hayes and Sami Zayn for the U.S. title, because they both caught strays along with Dragunov in this promo. Yeah. Because let one of them come out during the title match and everything, everybody throw everything at the ring. If a 5'5" guy doing flips or he comes out during the Orton Rhodes match at WrestleMania. So man, and then for me, again, because we love storytelling, we are storytellers. We haven't only told stories and just podcasts. Well, man, we've told stories through music and everything in our time here, well over 20 years now. And even though I won't front, I'd probably be like, but then maybe not. I would have rather Triple H been on the phone. I'd have rather been, because your OG is my OG is his OG. Triple H, honestly, is the only person that should have been making the call.
Man,
Like, that's it.
Especially with Stephanie smacks Cody on Raw.
Yeah. Hey, because off the rip, he was like, yo, you're not your dad. Hey, well, you ain't your dad either. Boom. Let me slap shout you because that's what Stephanie gonna do. And then be like, yo, you talking about my wife too, though? Like, bro, we gotta, yeah, see, I knew I made a mistake. Like, we gotta get this belt off you now. Like, this is, there were so many ways to make this match have layers and make it make sense, especially when now we're not highlighting it as, this crazy grudge match. The booking now, like, Cody put a button on it. This is two people that have known each other for over 20 years and how he wants to face the Viper, even though he was mentored by the Viper, but he's now the American Nightmare. So, like, okay, if that's what we're doing and all we need is layers, then I'm the only other person besides Triple H I wanted on that phone was Ted DiBiase Jr. That's it.
And he just
I respect that. Hey, perfect time. Perfect time to pull up. Like, I didn't even do it. See? DiBiase posse in full effect. Hey, listen, because at least, and again, and maybe that's a pop for just me, because I believed in DiBiase and Cody when they were the young guys coming up. But also, callbacks and storytelling matter. Don't bring out the guy who we love, by the way. We love Pat McAfee. But don't bring out the guy that would have been in section 115 with me when Randy Orton was on his run, his first run. He was in stands with me. That don't mean nothing to me. I don't care what Pat McAfee thinks about the business of wrestling. When we're talking about how he thinks Randy Orton should be the champ, and just give your prediction in the pre-show next to Big E, bro. That's fine.
Look,
just tell me who you want to win. I'll tell you who I think.
If we was gonna lay out this storyline, you're right. Triple H could have been that person. But then when you think about the whole evolution thing and what they did with the Shield and all of that stuff, I could understand if it's not Triple H. But when you do this storyline, to me, there's literally only one other person that could be the person that's on the phone with Randy Orton. And that's Ric Flair. He's the only other person.
Love that too.
Because he's the connector when it comes to Rhodes, the business.
Yeah.
Because of his dad.
Yeah.
When y'all start implementing the whole Cody Rhodes and your dad shit, there's literally only one person alive that's semi-active in this business that you can now add to this.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still gonna get a pop.
Yeah.
And that's Ric Flair. But
Yeah.
I understand why you might not choose Ric Flair, which is why you shouldn't have did this damn storyline in the first place. Fam,
Yeah.
we was invested in Cody versus Randy regardless.
Yes.
But let me rewind this a bit. I was already upset with this for the simple fact that Cody wasn't the person that turned heel.
Mm.
You wouldn't have had to do none of this if you just made Cody a heel in this and have Randy chase Cody for title number 15. You didn't do that. And I don't know and understand why they keep trying to make Cody Rhodes a sympathetic figure in this. But he's not.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's not. And I think perspective, right? Perspective. Let me start with perspective. Because I don't think Randy Orton turned face either. I literally think Randy Orton did what he just naturally thought he should do. Hear me out. WrestleMania is announced. Roman Reigns, CM Punk is the main card, but that ain't the sellout in 8-hour match. People are still reeling about John Cena. People are super surprised, shocked, upset, offended about the AJ Styles thing. Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker both out. Cody needs a match. So far, ain't in WrestleMania. Randy Orton took it upon himself to say, hey, let me get the WrestleMania card hot. Because everything that we got going right now here, going into February, this ain't it. This just ain't it. So for me, I'm thinking that Keith Orton went into business for the business. And that's why we got what we got. Because I believe the consensus feels like the St. Louis crowd. Because they started cheering when Randy was beating up Cody Rhodes in the middle of Pat McAfee's promo. But then he comes out to give his heartfelt segment moment because Cody gets one every week. And they started booing.
Yep.
And I think that's really important because I think the world feels like that. Because when it comes to be like, hey, do I want to see the Viper get title number 15 by any means? Or do I want to see the American Nightmare prevail once again? And I think we know the answer. But see, the First Black Champ podcast told y'all this first last year. What's Cody gonna do when we can't lean on the fact that you're fighting for your daddy every week? We now see it. And we don't want to see it at the same time. So here we are. There's no way to make Cody a heel before stripping him of everything. Because again, screw your legacy right now. We don't care we care who your dad is, but we don't care about your dad right now. Dog, that was so 2024 of you. We're done here. Take that belt off of you. Give somebody that's actually a real nightmare, a real terror to you, to really put the boots to you. Now recover and see where that goes.
But see, here's the thing, Ken, before I get to some of the potential reasons. I don't think people care about the recovery because then it'd be too Rocky Four-ish. As I mentioned before, I am tired of Rocky IV Cody Rhodes. I am tired of you can't win Cody Rhodes. I am tired of try hard Cody Rhodes. And I believe that the internet wrestling community is tired of that too. And you're right. Perfect storyline is I ain't my daddy. And that's why It has been time for Cody Rhodes to be the bad guy.
Mm.
And this is Orton then chasing the person that he taught to get title number 15. And did he teach him everything?
Mm.
You don't need Pat McAfee for that.
Right.
If Cody Rhodes is a heel. But you continue to try to make Cody Rhodes a sympathetic figure. And there's no sympathy for Cody at this point because the character has run stale.
Yeah.
And even Cody knows it. Because if you listen to that promo, he basically told Pat McAfee, Ari Emanuel, TKO to kiss my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why do I bring that up? According to reports, this change is the product of TKO higher-ups overruling the WWE creative team. This ain't a Triple H thing. And I can tell this ain't a Triple H thing. Now, this ain't that.
Yeah. No.
This is a Ari Emanuel TKO thing. Now, according to more reports, Emanuel is McAfee's agent. And he's trying to help him launch a career in Hollywood. He wants him to be the next Sylvester Stallone. Yeah. Cobra 2, on the way. Over the Top 2, on the way. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
He didn't have on the Cobra shades, huh? He had on the Cobra glasses on SmackDown. Okay. All right.
No. Now, they say that the reaction within the WWF to McAfee's appearance was mixed. People in the WWE was aware of the poor reception, and some thought it was good heat, while others was like, nah, this ain't it. Let me be the first, or the second, or the 1,000th time to say this to the WWE. No, this ain't no good reaction. Yeah. This shit sucks. If I'm Cody Rhodes, I'm legit pissed. Like that promo you saw from Cody, if this makes sense to me. Cody Rhodes was like, why y'all sticking y'all nose in this shit?
Yeah.
Because this is shit. And you know who know it? Cody.
Yeah.
Roman. Pat. Michael Cole. Yeah. Wade Barrett. Triple H. The Undertaker. Shawn Michaels.
One more person I want to throw in there.
Who else?
Man.
Vince McMahon. Stephanie McMahon. Shane McMahon. Linda McMahon. Yeah. I keep going. I keep going. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, X-Pac, Hulk Hogan.
The powerful estate. You know, right?
Papa. Miss Elizabeth, Jake Roberts,
Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, he know this sucks. He not gonna go on something to wrestle with Conrad. Like, yo, this is the way that the story had to go. No, he know it sucks. The internet wrestling community sucks. The black part, the white part, the Mexican part.
Yeah, Asians.
Everybody know this sucks. The Asian part, New Japan Pro Wrestling know this sucks.
Yeah.
AAA and C-Mill know that this sucks. AEW know that this sucks. TNA know that this sucks. MLW know that this sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah.
This is terrible. And Cody Rhodes saying what he said in that promo was probably the realest thing he said in 2025, 2026. This sucks.
Yeah.
This is way past Huff, y'all. This makes the main event similar to last year when y'all just trotted out Travis Scott for what?
Yeah.
You had something good in your hands, WWE, or, excuse me, TKO.
Yeah.
Y'all had something good in y'all hands, and y'all keep meddling. And I've never wanted to be the one to say this, but now I will. I do wonder how long Triple H has left in this spot. I do wonder.
Yeah.
Because this ain't some shit that he's cool with.
Yeah.
I think he's one of those internal people that's like, yo, this ain't no good idea. And Ari Emanuel's like, oh, this is a great idea. And low-key, I think Pat McAfee was like, I kind of agree with Triple H, but You want to do it.
Right.
I don't think it was not a lot of people in power that agree with this, but TKO finally did it.
Mhm.
They finally inserted themselves in the match part of when it comes to the WWE. And I think it's going to turn a lot of people off when we see this dud of a match at WrestleMania. And what I mean by that is Randy and Cody going to do what they need to do in the ring.
Mhm.
But the story is going to be terrible.
Mm.
And when Randy Orton don't win, it's going to make it worse. TKO has put Triple H and the WWE in a trick bag. And because of the money that now comes with going to a WWE event,
Mhm.
when it comes to this terrible creative for WrestleMania, this is damn near WrestleMania 11 levels of terrible. And when it comes to the fact that you now are blatantly seeing Ari Emanuel get involved in the wrestling,
Yeah.
if I am AEW, I am like, hey.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm rubbing my hands like the $1 Million Man on Superstars on Saturday morning at 12 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There's levels to bad. And it's kind of time to get into my guarantee on this note, because I'm glad you said all of that. Because I guarantee that TKO, just as a company, is abandoning wrestling fans because they're trying to treat us like we're combat sports fans. That's the problem here. Because nobody that's watched wrestling for 10 years would have picked this. Nobody. And I mean, you could have taken a kid that had been watching from 6 to 16 and they wouldn't have done that. I literally mean on the lowest level, just as a kid that like one of your sons. Matter of fact, because Trey's the oldest.
Yep.
You put Trey's been watching wrestling literally his whole life. You give him 2 more years, or you ask him right now, he would not have done it. And he may love all three of them. He might love Randy, Cody, and Pat. He was like, but still, that don't make sense to do this. And again, the NFL has their stories, right? UFC has the stories, Bellator, Strike Force. But there's always story and saga in sports because it's good versus evil. It's the best team versus the worst team. It's rivalry since college or high school. It's all of that. And we get that. And a lot of what wrestling does, pro wrestling does, is rooted in that. But there is cinema involved in wrestling. There's psychology at a higher level, unless you're talking about playbooks. There is just callbacks. There is the aspect of knowing that, we don't like season to season, the top guys can stay the top guys, but that's why we tuning in. There is no, the mid-market team better not win or this is going to feel like this. It's like, no, Randy Orton there, we there. Cody's there, we there. And the thing that I am starting to even just feel from the programming is that they want the hard-hitting action. They want the, best athletes in the world competing, but they're not in the business of selling wrestling at all. Like, and a part of selling wrestling is selling story that makes sense to people that watch. Damn near. Listen, even though WrestleMania is the second biggest casual sports fan event in the world, with one being the Super Bowl, let's not deny it. The majority of us that react, that talk, and that get the casual people going, it's not y'all posters. It's not y'all wasting the ad space on your social media platforms. No, it's the real fans talking about WrestleMania. We are the number one promotional tool for WrestleMania. The Super Bowl sells itself. It don't matter who's in it. It might help the women listeners, depending on who's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, if they are in love with Tyreek Hill or Pat Mahomes or somebody like that, like if the women want to see, okay, boom, you might get an uptick. But other than that, everybody knows that they're going to the Super Bowl regardless because you love football or you don't, or you want to be a part of just the biggest sports event in the world or you don't. WrestleMania is a little different. It's a little different because when the years where there was no Rock and the years before there was a Roman, we were still there for Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. We were still there because Ric Flair was going to wrestle again, or because Hulk Hogan returned, or because The Undertaker still ain't lost yet. Like these are wrestling stories that get legs because of wrestling fans. What TKO is doing right now is not giving wrestling fans anything to talk about, at least not glowingly. So that is the fear that I kind of felt could happen, but I didn't think it happened this fast. And my guarantee again is that TKO is abandoning wrestling fans because they're trying to treat us like combat sports fans. And that could spell danger for the rest of 2026 and beyond if somebody that really loves wrestling and really knows wrestling doesn't get themselves in that boardroom and start talking.
Russ just put up in the chat that TKO only cares about names that could bring money.
Mm-hmm.
Russ, I'm going to disagree with you. They care about who brings money, but I don't think they care about names. Name the biggest star in the UFC right now.
Who? I would say Adesanya.
Name the casual. Name the name that the casual fan is like, yo, about to go watch the UFC to watch this person.
Hey, wildly enough, they probably still saying Conor McGregor because the Roadhouse reboot is
every name that you gonna name is somebody that is past their prime.
Mm-hmm.
Even the person you just named is past this prime. But people's watching because they was like, yo, he might still got it.
Right.
We still talking about John Jones. We still talking about Conor McGregor. We still talking about Ronda Rousey. Her and Gina Carano is about to wrestle. Usman is done. Colby Covington don't matter no more. That's what I am thinking that you're going to see sooner rather than later when it comes to the WWE. Because look at what the WWE is paying their wrestlers and look at what the UFC is paying their fighters.
Yeah.
Shit, if I'm Usman, I'm like, yo, how can I go get this Roman Reigns money?
Yeah.
But you can't unless you over there.
Yeah.
That's what I think the WWE is headed to. Because all of these folks that we know that we came up with in the ruthless aggression era, and in some cases, the attitude era, are all over their 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is time for the Trick Williams and the Obafemis and the Javon Evans and all of them. Remember, if you listen to this podcast, we've said a lot of things about that 1991 going into 1992, 1993 era. Oh, we getting close to that.
Yeah.
Y'all, some of y'all be hella part-time. But we got to start getting younger. And we don't need a lot of these big names. until these major events. And that's when they could trot out The Undertaker. That's when they could trot out Triple H. That's when they could trot out Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, whose documentary is coming up, I think at the end of next week, which I can't wait.
Yeah.
He's going to be on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I love 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. And I can't wait for that episode. So, yeah. So they're full steam ahead with this promo for Shawn Michaels' his documentary on Peacock. I want to see the downfall. I can't wait to see that part. I want to know, how bad was it for Shawn Michaels? Like, people say you was a dick. How bad were you? And I want to see if he says, hey, I was out here. I'm lucky to be alive right now. But I think that's where we're going to, fam. I said a couple of weeks ago on this podcast, I'll end this part of the show with this. It has been time for us to stop blaming Triple H and the WWE. It is easy to do that because that's the easiest thing to do, because that's what we know. Ladies and gentlemen, all TKO has done with this WrestleMania shit that's going on is show that they are the WWE right now. They run the WWE right now. This is a TKO product. And it feels like to me, this WrestleMania is officially going to be the first TKO product. We remember a couple of years ago, everybody was trying out Triple H as somebody. This is a Triple H era. Stephanie, welcome to the Triple H era, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the TKO era.
Yeah. And now that whole Triple H era sounds like, yeah, man, hey, yo, about what you and your wife was saying. We bought this from your dad. No, wait, I'm sorry. We bought this from your father-in-law, bro. I don't think you get how this goes.
Welcome to the TKO era. Yeah. When y'all start talking about the WWE sucks, say TKO sucks. Because this is their WrestleMania. And there's some good and bad in it. Who do you see on TV all the damn time now? Trick Williams.
Yeah.
Who are we fanning over? Obafemi. Obafemi got the kids now. You saw Jade Cargill on the Joe Budden podcast? They play Hulk Hogan, I'm a Real American. And she was like, oh, hell no. Hey, whoa. Play Booker T or something. Don't play that. Hey, look, let's see that. Oh, don't play that. Yeah, Joe Budden hit the peer. I am a real American. She's like, whoa.
It's like, what you doing? Like, oh, you ain't watched since '87.
Okay, yeah, you was rapping. I get you. And she named a lot of African Americans. She put them over. But Jay Cargill, yo, TKO is in a totally different business than the WWE. And this is the TKO era, not the Triple H era. No more.